for a big Baptist church in Memphis. I'm struggling. I work in the culinary ministry. I have to work 6-7 days a week. I very seldom get a Sunday off. The pastor always preaches about, we need to have a day of worship. What kind of attitude do I need to have, Hank? Because I thought about, and I don't want to be funny, but I even looked about going to a 7-day Adventist because at least I get off on Saturdays. And when I got to reading some of their doctrines, 4 or 5 are okay. Then the last 4 or 5 are just terrible. Is this something that I should consult my pastor on, or am I breaking a sin by not being able to worship on Sunday? Because when I'm in church, I can't. I do hard labor work. I'm not a pastor or administrative person, so.
Yeah, well, no, you are involved in an occupation. If the Lord has led you to that occupation, embrace it with joy and thanksgiving. But I do think that what's important is that you do find a time in which you can involve yourself in worship. The real issue is not the day. The real issue is that you worship with the body of Christ, not in isolation, but with the body of Christ through prayer, praise, and the proclamation of the word. You can also worship in intimate fellowship with other believers, and you can, in the context of a healthy, well-balanced church, be equipped to share your faith. So I think in Bellevue Baptist or other churches, you can worship on Saturday as well with believers. The real issue is that you follow this cycle of working 6 days and resting the 7th. And the reason is that we're not legalistically bound to a new moon celebration or a Sabbath. No, we are realistically linked to a celebration of the rest we have in Jesus Christ, who saves us from being ensnared or in bondage to the law. So we work 6, we rest a 7th day in worship, in remembrance of the resurrection of Jesus Christ. So the real issue is not the day. The real issue is that you set a time apart to worship with the body of Christ so that you can remember what your inheritance is, a new heaven and a new earth wherein dwells righteousness.
Well, that's what I've been doing, Hank. Like I told you about the Warrior Center guys, I've been really trying to disciple a couple guys. We call all day at work about the Lord, and they're just some of the testimonies from them guys. Most of them are, was bound by drugs or alcohol and were set free. So, we have church while I'm working, but I was just wondering, about, being I know it says don't forsake ourselves from the fellowship, but I am having fellowship, even if it's with 2 or 3 guys. So,
that's right, you are.
I try, and I know that I'm hoping that what I do, if it's serve a glass of water or provide coffee for a ministry, it's going to be used for God's glory. So,
well, wonderful. It was good talking to you today, Jimmy.
You too, Hank. Thanks for taking my call.